Hello everybody, Spin here, and I'm going to take you through the events that pop up in Fallout 76. So this is Moonshine Jamboree, and I'll give you a couple tips. Tip number 1 and tip number 2. Explore the area and do not start the event right away. A lot of people like to come to this one. There is a little timer up in the corner, so don't start it right away. Let that timer run down a little bit. And have fun exploring the area, because Moonshine Jamboree is chock full of goodies that you can pick up. As you see, I'm going through, there's some tin cans that give you lead, there's some vegetable starch down here that's adhesive. There's all kinds of little goodies around here. There's a lot of wood around here also. You will also find 3 crates around this area that have Molotov cocktails in them. They'll have about 10, so there's 30 altogether, and you're looking for these particular ones. And there's one in here, and there's one over in the shed on the other side. But that is why I say, explore the area, is because sometimes there's some useful items, especially if you're lower level and you haven't been here before. Those items could help you participate in the event. Alright, so somebody started the event, so we'll get going. And my next piece of advice is to use this landscape to your advantage. Moonshine Jamboree has a wild kind of laid out landscape, and there is a lot of places that you can weave in and out of, so you can use this to escape enemies, to get a heal. You can use this to your advantage. You can gather some high ground, you can bob and weave and all that, especially if you don't have like marsupials or a jetpack and you can't get on top of these buildings. And the next piece of advice I have for Moonshine Jamboree is tag as many enemies as possible. Don't worry about going for the kill, but get some good hits on everything that is possible. I'm using this Tesla rifle because it is helpful with tagging lots of enemies at once. And it is not going to insta-kill anything, so that gives everybody else a chance to get the tags and get the XP. So it's not my, OP weapon, but it is a weapon that allows me to do some damage, but then not insta-kill, and everybody has a chance to get that XP. Okay, so you just seen there that I opened up the drop. So I was checking the drop. They do drop a lot of items for this event. There's an item in particular that you want to grab, but if you're new to events, or you're just lower level, you don't have the armor to take the hits, you might not want to be in that too often. But you want to get the acetic gulper gland and drop it into that tub. That is if you can. If you have a moment where you're not protecting yourself, to go through the drops. So another piece of advice I have is for new players, new to events anyway, is to not pick up everything right away. It'll stay there for you, and especially until things calm down. And there is the body, one of the bodies there that has a holotape on it. There's a little side quest for this one. It's a little piece of lore quest to figure out kind of what was going on here at this cabin. They were moonshiners, but it tells you why that they're not here anymore. So so if you like lore, you can do that little side quest. Even if you don't like lore, you might want to do it anyway, because it's going to give you a bit of XP and a little bit of caps for doing that. Which leads me to this event is really good for getting acid, and it's really good for caps. It also increases your raider reputation, and that's really important for when you do the heist, or when you get to the point you're buying things with your gold bullion from Mortimer, and he appears after you finish the heist quest. But it is always good to go ahead and come to these events as soon as possible, so you can start raising that raider reputation. And when you meet regular raiders out and about, they're not going to be hostile to you anymore. So the Blood Eagles always are, but regular raiders, so if it just says Raider Thief, he's not going to be hostile to you if your raider reputation is up to at least cautious. So that was another little perk to this particular event. And you see that toxic cloud? That is a drop that happens with the green gulpers, and that can damage you very quickly. So you want to get in and out of those clouds as quickly as possible if you're picking things up. But you know, sometimes it's just a good idea to wait till the end. Everything will still be there. You'll still be able to pick up everything. I am collecting things right now, and I am just doing a take-all to drop in the acid into the bathtub, because we do need at least 30 to complete the event. So, and it makes me over encumbered, but that's okay, because I've got pretty good armor and pretty good weapons, so I can protect myself fairly well. And I know the landscape really well, so I can go around and get up on top of things. And I'm trying not to use my marsupial's jump or my jetpack too much to show you like where you can walk around. So here's one little area that you can get up on top of, and you can shoot down and tag some things. So this one has a good landscape. You can get to many places, especially if this place becomes too dangerous because there's an angler spitting at you, or maybe a ghoul found its way up here. You can drop down onto this canopy and bounce around. You can drop down all the way. You can go and start bobbing and weaving again into the barn around these areas. Really good landscape. This is one of the best events that has a good landscape for beginners, especially if they can run around quickly enough. So like I said, just have fun with events. Go to them as soon as possible. You will gain levels so quickly just by going to events. And it's always a pretty good idea to join a team. So a casual team, an events team. Both of those are going to give you good XP at events. I'm not on a team right now because I'm recording and just trying to get my dailies done and get a few other little items, and then I've got to leave for the day. So Moonshine Jamboree, very fun. The music that plays here is really fun too. I've got it turned off. I have to turn off a lot of the sounds when I do recordings now because of copyright. But This one has a good vibe. It has some good music. It is some wild fun. A lot of people like this event, and it is a great one for beginners, because you can. There's tons of stuff to pick up here that would be useful for you. And then it's really close to a train station. And it also gives you a tag in the mire. If you've never been to the mire, that will open up that little exploration achievement for you. So yeah. One other item that these sculptors are going to drop are innards. So when this event is over, you want to make sure that you cook that into gulper slurry, because that is just going to be another round of XP for you. So make sure you always cook that. And here I'm switching to this fire pistol, and I am shooting. Actually, I can tag enemies with this pistol to get to make sure I get XP. But it also does fire damage. So if I shoot at players, I have friendly fire on, so I can give them health. So if they're in the green cloud area and they're picking stuff up, I can shoot at them, give them health, and help them stay alive through that. So if you're at an event and a player starts shooting or spraying you with fire, they are not initiating PvP. They might just be trying to give you some health because they have that perk on. So the event's over. We completed it. So yay. So I'm going to grab everything. I do a take all and I sort it out at the end here. There'll be also like an enemy pop-up. So after this event is over, there's usually just like a surprise enemy left over. I've never been to this event where there wasn't a surprise enemy like come when you're trying to collect everything. So just be aware of that. That's another reason I just do the take-alls, because I don't want to be looking at the ground and going through things when they pop up, because they could do some damage. So then I'll just scrap everything. And back around here, if you don't have the wood to cook your innards... Oh, there's another one. There's wood back there. There's wood at the front of the cabin. I have enough wood, so I don't need to collect any. Excuse me. And so I'm going to cook these gulper innards, and I just check out how much XP I'm going to get just by cooking. So there was a bit, but here is the big one. So I'm going to cook all of these. There. It's like 1,000 experience points. And for new players, that could mean another level up. And then I said that there was a train station nearby. So there's this train station in walking distance. So you can walk over to that train station and sell those, because those sell for really good money. You can actually cap out at a vendor there. But that is Moonshine Jamboree. Lots of fun. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. And check out my friends' channels, Drac Solo and Goblin Tacos. Links in the description.